As an artist, I've always struggled with perfectionism. When I was younger, I really did struggle with seeing my art as something worthy, something I could see going anywhere. I've gotten a lot better with my perfectionism, as well as just allowing myself to make mistakes through the process. I thought I'd share with you my journey with embracing mistakes, walking myself through why it's okay, and that it doesn't make me any less capable as an artist. When I started 3D, it was an immense obstacle. I was a 2D artist most of my life. In fact, I didn't even get into digital art until I was about 14 years old. I primarily used watercolors, colored pencils, markers, graphite pencils, acrylic paint, and more. Digital, let alone 3D, was like walking into a whole new world. I didn't speak the language, didn't know how to blend in. Not only that, in both instances, I had to teach myself. I was completely alone in facing these obstacles. Digital art was much easier to wrap my head around than 3D, however. I've really only been using 3D for a little less than a year now, and still learning so much every day. When I first began, the amount of mistakes I made were absolutely soul-crushing. What I mean by this is, on my first go with this neomorph redesign I created, I made its UVs entirely wrong. I managed to cram all of its body UVs into one UV tile where I should have done a UDIM. However, at the time I had no clue what UDIMs were. I ended up texturing and coloring this entire sculpt with these UVs, and then I generated them and got everything all set up in Maya. My maps were so low in resolution you couldn't see any details I had sculpted. All of my painting details were also gone. I was completely heartbroken. That was a major mistake, but that was also due to my lack of knowledge. I had no one teaching me, so I was trying to learn every step on my own. I had to redo the entire detail and paint job I had done. That was at least a week's worth of work thrown out the window. Of course I was upset. I beat myself up for it. However, I worked myself through it. I sucked it up and kept going. I took that major mistake and used it to push me to learn so much more about UVs and maps that I had no knowledge about otherwise. If I hadn't made that mistake, or if I had just given up afterwards, I don't think I would have researched and acquired the information I have now. This sort of experience helped me in realizing that what everyone tells me is true. Mistakes are the stepping stones to greater learning. You learn from them, and in order to never make those mistakes again, you look into everything there is to know about them. Why did I make this mistake? How can I prevent this from happening again? What caused this mistake to occur? How can I help others avoid this same mistake? Since then, of course, I've still made many mistakes. It doesn't stop, ever. However, without these mistakes, I wouldn't be learning anything new. With each new challenge I put in front of myself, I'm sure to encounter another mistake. Yeah, though they suck to get through, mistakes and pushing through them have really helped me to advance as an artist, both in 2D and 3D. I hope to continue taking on more and more challenges, working through more and more mistakes so I can grow as an artist. And I hope you can do the same. I hope that you can also grow as artists, and rather than beat yourself up for these mistakes, embrace them and allow them to help you grow.